Hey guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Vienna Lei and I am your local real estate expert in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Today we are going to be talking about seller things. Last time we got to talk about my fellow buyers, and today we're going to talk to the sellers today, of course, to keep things even and fair. And as a result, last time we talked about the top 5 requirements for buyer's agents. And if you guys are curious about that video, you can click up here. If I figure it out, the little gray bar thing that'll redirect you to the video. Or I'll also leave it in the description down below so you guys can check that out too. And today we are going to be talking about the top 5 requirements for seller's agents, obviously, so that everyone gets the same type of information. And you would think that there's not gonna be much of a difference. I mean, agents are agents, right? So you just pick the best one. Well, buyer's agents and seller's agents are very unique in their own ways. Now, this doesn't mean that agents are only good with buyers, or there are certain agents that are only good with sellers. Some agents do decide to do that because agents are not required to serve both or only can do one eventually. No, it just really depends on the agent and where they want their business to come from. But I feel that buyer's agents and seller's agents do have some unique characteristics, and so I'm here to tell you what seller's agents and what they need and what they have that make them good, specifically seller's agents. So if you're ready for that, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So to get started, we are going to start with number 5, and then we're gonna work our way up to what I feel is the most important trait that seller's agents should have. Now, keep in mind, as I've said in the buyer's agent video, that these are my opinions and they are very subjective. This is not an end-all be-all list. These are just what I feel seller's agents would need on a first time meeting basis. So to start off, we are going to number 5, and number 5 is market knowledge. And market knowledge as in what's going on in the housing market, specifically in your area, whether it's your neighborhood or the town you live in, depending on where you live, is going to really dictate if your seller's agent actually knows where they're selling. And so knowing the pattern of your market in the specific neighborhood or town that you're living in is very, very crucial, of course, to selling your home properly. And I did mention this before in another video, and I'll go ahead and leave that in the description as well if you would like to go see that one. But your seller's agent should know if it's a buyer's or seller's market and what is the best way to sell your home in a specific area and all of that. So knowing the kind of market that your home currently sits in is especially crucial when you're looking for a seller's agent. Number 4 directly ties into knowing your market. So your seller knows what kind of market that your house is sitting in, whether it's a buyer's or seller's market, or what's the best way to market in that area. Well, the knowing the best way to market in the area falls into number 4, which is marketing strategies. And so marketing strategies meaning what is the best way to do it? What is the best way to market your home? And that could mean putting out signs. Putting out a sign in a very desirable neighborhood is more than enough, and that's a rarity, but it could happen. Or it could even be hosting open houses and doing some traditional marketing. Maybe consider virtual marketing strategies as well, the newer marketing strategies. And this is all dependent on the neighborhood your house sits on, as well as what options your seller's agent is capable of doing. So asking for those options and getting to know what your seller's agent is going to want to do or can do to sell your home is very crucial. Number 3, and this one we're going to start to get a little personal, and that is to pick a seller's agent that you and the seller's agent share similar points of view. Now, what do I mean by that? I was kind of pondering on this for a really long time on how to word what I meant, and I feel like you could understand it with this explanation. So basically what I mean by that is your seller's agent could tell you these things are the things you need to do to your home, and if you don't, then you can't sell it, but you, the seller, don't agree with it, then probably don't go with them. What one seller's agent says to you is not the end all be all, because like shopping for a real estate agent, every real estate agent does something differently to market and cater to their clientele. And so when you combine the previous 2 things that I talked about before, then you already have gained kind of the reputation of the agent, and you gauge that they know what they're talking about. Now you have to line up with,
okay, I trust them to know what they're talking about because they've shown me their knowledge, but I don't want to do these things for the house, or I want to do more in the house,
or whatever, and they don't line up, then that could also be a really big deciding factor for you in picking your right seller's agent. And so you want to be sure that when you talk to your seller's agent that you trust them, but also have a line for yourself as well. Number 2, and this one starts getting into the details of offers, and that is transparency. So your seller's agent and you probably discussed like offers that you want to look at and things like that. Most of the time, sellers are open to all offers, and that makes a lot of sense because you want to see what options you have in your buyers and the buyers that are interested in the home. And so making sure that you are transparent with your seller's agent and what you want, and the same goes for seller's agents to their sellers, that is very crucial in my opinion, because then that trust is there. That trust and relationship that you have with your seller's agent is extremely important, especially when you're putting up your home for sale, and you want to be sure that your seller's agent is reporting everything regarding the property, all the offers, all of the interested parties that may come into open house or appointments made with buyers who want to come see the home. Number 1, and number 1 pretty much ties in similar to the buyer's agent requirements, but I feel that in some ways this goes pretty exclusive with seller's agents. So number 1 is honesty. So making sure that your seller's agent, you know that your seller's agent is being 100% honest with you. With honesty comes trust and comes reliability, all of that stuff, which directly correlates to the buyer's agent number 1, which is trust. They're essentially almost the same thing, and I've mentioned how important this is. I'm just going to reiterate a lot of it again, because knowing that your seller's agent is completely honest with you, as well as giving their opinion on, say, an offer when you ask for it, and when you ask them a question regarding your home, whether or not you need to renovate something, or whether or not, you know, if you do this to the home, is it going to affect the sales price? Stuff like that. A lot of the advice that you should be receiving from your seller's agent is in your best interest as seller. And so having that sort of honesty come from your seller's agent and knowing that they are giving their best answer, but also being very honest with you and making sure that they are looking out for you. The moment you have that interaction with your potential seller's agent, if you could confide in them and you can ask them for advice and expect an honest, good answer to come from them, then you found a really great seller's agent for you. Those are the top 5 requirements for seller's agents. I hope that you found this video helpful. I wanted to make a buyer's and a seller's exclusive type video so that I'm providing some somewhat useful information. If you like this video, then go ahead and give it a like. And if you find this video helpful and want to share it with others, then go ahead and share it also. And if you would like to see more real estate related videos for buyers, sellers, and real estate agents, then go ahead and subscribe. There are new videos every week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!